we have... I'm gonna hook this up to power as well. Shit. Hook up this one, and this one, and yeah, there we go. Wait, something's not working. Why? It's not working because it's full. Because that has nowhere to go, both of them. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now we got 120 coming in. Yeah, we split 60-60, and then 30, and then we split the 60s into 30. So 30, 30, goes at a rate of 30 per minute for iron ore. Perfect, good. Station 1 is making these rods at 15 per minute. And Station 2, they're both making rods at 15 per minute. Those rods get combined, so we're getting 30 rods per minute, which we split into 3, which means we're getting 10, 10, and 10. Over here, we get 10 per minute, which is exactly what we need. Over here, we get 10 per minute. They're both screws, which is exactly what we need. And we're outputting 10 per minute here.
Shadow Lemur 01 gifted 5 tier 1
which gets extracted. This actually requires 20, but we're at a screw shortage right now.
New subjects.
I'm not sure why we're at a screw shortage. Well, actually, it's because this requires 40 screws per minute. This requires 100 screws per minute. So in an ideal world, what we want to do here... Let me think about this. We want to output more screws. Lemur, thanks for gifting 5 subs. Well, that's all the convincing I need to get a fucking drink. What do we have here? Crown Black. I don't mind if I do. Dry Boy Sloot's going in. How's it, Dry Boy Sloot? Alright, cheers everybody. Happy Friday. It's good to be home.
Taste my ass.
And Grizzly, thank you for gifting 5 subs.
Tier 1 subs.
And abusing Twitch's policy. Put your glass down. Cheers again.
I'm ready, sir.
Did I lower my voice a bit? It's not deep enough. So then this would have to come out into... Oh god. It's becoming a logistical nightmare. Just thinking how I want to lay this out. I think there's not 2 ways around it. We're gonna have to rebuild some shit here. We will have to rebuild some shit. Let's go back to T1 conveyors for now. Wait, selected the wrong thing. Okay. Let's think about this. And we can take overclocking into consideration as well. So, if we overclock, well, let's not overclock here. We're not limited. So here we need. So that there's three main things we want to focus on making right now. Well, 4 versatile. Well, 5 actually. We need smart plating as well. But smart plating is what? Okay. So there's going to be 6 things. 5 things. Fabric we don't care about right now. Okay. So I think what we need to do is remake some areas 100% with the intent of just outputting each one of those end materials. What the fuck? Which means we need. Well, let's grab the old Notepad Arena again. Right. So for one of these rotors. Actually, is it just? There's gonna be more of those in there. Well, let's do this for now. So for rotors, work backwards, right? Rotors takes 20 iron rods per minute. One regular constructor makes 10 per minute. Now we could crank that up to 200% and keep it on a 1-to-1. Theory. Technically. But building multiple layers will allow us to overclock multiple of them and crank higher when we need it. So. What's this called? What was it? Rotor. Needs 2 times constructor for iron bars. And it goes at 100 screws per minute. One constructor constructs 40 screws per minute. That's 2.5. That's awkward. Plus 2.5x tons for screw. Now what we could do is make one of those overclock to 50%. That would be 100, right? 60 plus 40. Okay, so that's 4 now. To supply those, iron rods come in at a rate of 15 ingots per minute baseline. Which means we're going to need... split is what we're gonna need. These come in at 15 baseline. I mean, we could technically customize one of these to 20. And then we'd only need 1 input. Although if we customize this to 20, this will take 20 iron ingot per minute. Which means this will need to crank. And right now it's getting 30 to 30, splitting it in 2. Oh god, my brain. What about the screws? Screws here. The screws are also 10. Per minute. crank it by 50%, it'll be 15 rods per minute in one of them.
I'll be back.
Okay. I need to visualize this for myself. So it makes more sense in my brain. Let's see here. Okay, so what's this instant ramen still open on the side monitor? Okay, so we got oh god damn, I don't want to draw that. Okay, so we have assembler, which takes assembler, which takes 20 rods plus 100 screws, right? Doesn't matter what it outputs right now. Then we have constructor. We have constructor that takes 15 15 rods to, well, 15 ingots to 15 rods. All right. And we also have constructor that takes 10 rods to 40 screws. These need to be reversed. Actually, technically, for making it like this. So what we need is so we have a constructor because we're going to need 15 rods. Oh, sorry, 40 screws. Probably do this for 80 screws and just overclock one. If we overclock one, right, if we OC, I assume it scales linear, for 50%, we'd take 15 rods for 60 screws. There we go. And that'll give us our 100 screws for the assembler. We also need 20 rods, which we could get with technically one constructor. That's overclocked. I'm worried about supply chain, but let's worry about that after. Let's just write down what it is for now. So if we overclock this to 20 rods, it's a 33% increase. I'll take 15 ingots. Power doesn't matter right now. Okay, so that's everything we need here. Now, this should be in this layer. So constructors with iron baseline. This is OC. Yeah, we'll get to the frames after this. Like, I'm not going to build immediately on this. This is supposed to be 15. Baseline, 15, baseline. We need 25 rods here. So this is 15 ingots. 15 ingots. Okay. 20 ingots. 15 ingots. Okay, so then we have smelter. Smelter takes 30 iron is all per minute and makes 30 ingots. So one smelter can supply this, and we'll need a second here. We're over, obviously, here. Even with the OC. We technically crank this to 200%, but then we get too many rods. Although having an excess of rods is not a bad idea. So if we're going to crank this 200%, right? And then what we would do, well, this was split in half and half, though. Okay, so let's sit on that for a second. Next we have... Drop this for a second just so I can see the stats. Modular frames are 3 reinforced plate per minute and 12 assembler. This is for rotor. And then we have assembler for frame. And this is 3 reinforced plates. 3 reinforced plate and 12 iron rods. 12 rod. A weird number, 12. I'll switch this back while we do our thing. So this, if we're building top to bottom, I'm going to reverse these, like base side. We have this like that, and this like this for 1 unit. This will allow us to have any excess rods. Okay. 12 rods. So we would have an excess of 10 rods here. If we split this in 2, we'd be -5. Yeah, noted, Balak. Crafting speed scales linear with overclocking. The power consumption scales exponentially. Okay, got it. I'm not worried about the wall. Currently not worried about the power. We have a big overhead after we just built all the coal. You're so large, dude. You'd be so large. Reinforced plates. Let's look at reinforced plates real quick. Reinforced iron plates, screws, and 6 iron plates. And 1. We need a constructor. Wait, that doesn't tell us this production right though. This one does. This one takes 90 per minute. Makes 7.5, that doesn't matter. So 45 and 90. Wait, but this is cranked, right? So it's actually be 30 and 60. 30 and 60 regularly. So constructor, no assembler. This is an assembler. So we need assembler for reinforced iron. Assembler, reinforced iron, in plate. Takes 30 plate. 60 rod. 60 screw. That screws up. Screws are shitter, dude. Hopefully we can OC one easily. So if we OC that, so that covers the screws. And 30 plate. I think for 30 plate we need a... Where's the plate? I think it's this one. .30 plate is the OC line. It's 20 baseline usually. So constructor would be, if it's not OC, if this is not OC, by the way. Oh wait, no, that is OC. If this is not overclocked, it would be 30 ingot to 20 plate. But again, we can OC this. So it actually, yeah, indeed, be 45 ingot to... Oh, we're going to split 45. Do I speak Romanian? Yes. To 30 plate. So that solves the reinforced plate. And we still need rods, which ideally would come in from the other side. And here we have smelter again. The problem is we have an imbalanced smelter situation. So we have 15 ingots to 15 rods. Ingots. We'd be lacking ingots for the plate. Wait, actually, are we? How the fuck is this getting handled right now? Oh, because we cranked the smelter. Is it delivering enough? This is 120. 60. It would only be 30. So we don't have enough flow for an overcranked smelter right now. We need to build T2 miners. That was the last piece that we need? Or are those the three? We got frame, we got plate, we got rotor. I mean, we'll obviously need these two, but... Well, frame would go into this. And plating would be... Okay. Or Rangers, you speak Yells? I mean, I speak Orc as well, chat. I guess this makes that into that. Because that's kind of the groundwork. Speak Moroccan and Arabic? I didn't expect that. Shut up.
I need you to calm your face a little bit, just a tad, just a little bit, just a wee bit. Just slap it against my face a little bit, yeah.
Right.
You don't agree to things anymore. What happened to you?
Then we fix the smelter situation by putting a second miner in, right? We OC this. So it's 45 iron to 45 ingots. This is good. That makes 30 plates. 30 plates go into that. We need 60 screws. 60 screws come from 15 rods, which is just regular. This splits it into two, so we can just make excess rods. Alright, we go storage here. Which is not a bad thing to have. We're not gonna have like spare plates and stuff though, it just worries me a bit. We could technically OC this as well. Just to get some spare stuff. Like spare basic mats that we clearly constantly need a lot of. Alright, so if we OC this, I don't know how many slugs we have though, there's a lot of OCing. If we OC this, I get a constructor. This would take just a regular, this is also OC 150%. Like here we could do, you know, ingots to, I mean, it would be like 10 plate. It would be half, but like would be producing, you know, something. Right. And then that works. And then we have our screws and our reinforced plate. This is making... Wait. The assembler makes them how quickly? Where the fuck am I? They have an entire website that does all this for you? Yeah, but I want to like plan how to build it because there's obviously multiple ways, right? Another option is just to make non-OC'd buildings. Unless you mean like I can write the values in. This makes reinforced plate is it was 30 and 60. Yep, it makes 7.5 per minute, which is good. Which means we'll have excess plate. We can actually split them in two. So we should go this and storage. And then the only thing we're missing is 12 rod input. Which could just be from here. Pick one item that you wanted X amount per minute. Link the site. I mean, I'll see if I'm interested in using it or not. It just saves math. That's like whatever. Discord. Spoilers, there's plutonium.